What's up, guys, gals, and all you awesome minions of different shapes and sizes? It's me, Josh, aka Noir Proxy, bringing you some more Evolve free-to-play gameplay today via the PC version as Meteor Goliath. And oh my goodness, I am loving this monster. I thought to myself, I've been playing as a hunter for so long, why not go back to my original favorite character, the Goliath, but with a little bit of a twist. This is the brand new version. There are two versions now, the standard Goliath and the Meteor Goliath, who has a flame effect, which is kind of cool, kind of awesome. I really like its head as well, looks like a kaiju. It's fantastic. You may notice here too that you can now select perks as the monster and the hunters as well, and what I'm trying to go for here is more of like a movement speed, feeding speed like set, because one thing I generally don't focus on is damage increase, because the monsters are already really good at damage, and having like a 3% upgrade is like nothing really. It's all about getting to those stage 2s and stage 3s of monsters. We're also going against a Slimmer Hank, we've got a Markov there too, and oh my goodness, it's going to be an epic one, because remember, this is my first match back, and it's kind of different. It's a lot more different than I expected, because, as you know, in the original Evolve, it was about the hunter becoming the hunted, and then the hunted becoming the hunter. The monster obviously becoming the hunter ultimately. Because at stage 1, you're supposed to be like running for your life, as you can see here. But it's different. It's different because now it always feels like you are the hunted. Like, I'm not too sure about stage 3 yet, because the matches are so short now. I'd say that their time limit is around 10 minutes instead of 20, and so that means that you don't have much that time to kind of get to stage 3, and you're always running now, always running, because the hunters are always on your back, and that's kind of cool, I guess. But one thing I really liked about the original Evolve was that once you got to stage 2, you could switch it up. You could turn the tide of battle and make the hunting about you. You know, you could actually set up choke points, ambushes, and now because of the planetary scanner that the Trapper has, where basically every 40 seconds it can let the entire hunter team know what direction you're in and even tag you through in the environment, it works a little bit against you. You're going to see it here actually, where I'm thinking to myself, oh, I'm going to be able to escape, it's going to be fine, get some feeding, but no, I'm already dumped. I tried my best, because you can't even like sneak as much anymore. You actually have to, when you use that planetary scanner as a hunter, it actually shows the monster sneaking too, which works against you, which is kind of sucky. So what I do here is I try and like perch myself up on high enough ground and just do little bits of chip damage, you know, trying to get them away, try and make them come towards me at the same time so I can actually work on them, and it's working in my favor. Hide in this little corner so they can't do any kind of like arc shots or jump in the sky and shoot me from above. None of that stuff. No. So what I'm doing here is just trying to kind of like whittle them down while on like a high enough perch. But then I think to myself, oh, whoa. Why have we got this little Trapper here by himself? Why don't I go for him? And I actually get a lucky little bit of a down here, which is really awesome, because generally at stage 1 you never get a down on a hunter. But this Trapper just completely, he worked what he was trying to do. You know, he's a sniper as a hunter, so obviously you want to try and stay far away. But he had a little bit of health. It didn't seem that the medic was actually looking after him, and we actually get a down here before my armor runs out. Can I keep that for just a little bit longer before I can escape? Oh my goodness, that was close. That was way too close. But the dome hasn't gone down yet. So I'm thinking to myself, generally when you down like a hunter, the dome's supposed to go down, and it's not going down. I'm just stuck. What am I supposed to do? I'm freaking out. I'm thinking I'm going to lose my armor here. There's an assault coming, so I might as well charge. Might as well go for a little bit more of this. Why not? The dome finally comes down as I make my move, and it's all about escaping now, trying to get to that stage 2. And again, the one thing that's kind of bugging me a little bit is that planetary scanner, which you're going to see used again, is it just works against you constantly because you're always on the run. There, look, bang. I could have actually got some food here and then gone off for a little bit of a sneak, but I'm having to run away again because the hunters are on my tail. So it's this thing of like always being chased, always being confronted. It feels like arena mode, but you're having to work a little bit more to get that food and stuff. I don't know what your opinion is of that though. Comment section below. I would love to know. Now, with that being said, I am going to be trying to see if I can adapt to this playstyle and maybe get that sneaking back in my favor, because one thing that I loved doing was doing the sneaking and actually setting up those ambushes as a stage 2 Goliath. It was so fun, so cool, and it made you feel so bowsome when you actually kind of like pulled it off, because I mean, you're this giant monster. Why wouldn't you want to like ambush these guys and gals? This is also, again, look, the planetary scan, was that like 40 seconds? That was easily 40 seconds. It's this thing of that you're constantly being marked, constantly being tagged, and it also kind of makes the hunters that actually track you a little bit more useless. Like, say, Val, who has that kind of like the trank gun, which can also tag you, or say even Abe, and with his little dart gun, which can like tag you as well. It's kind of pointless because you're always known to where you are. I try and sneak here, and it's this thing of like trying to get a little bit of a gap, trying to get a little bit of distance and go off into a different direction, but in a few seconds they're going to be able to planetary scan me again. So it's this thing where once they do that planetary scan and it runs out, which it should probably run out a little bit faster, is then you kind of like turn the direction, you try and make them go a different way, you try and throw them off. Because originally you could do that, you could set up little like footprints and make them go one way, then you could sneak off into the other direction, and it was this really cool thing of like feeling clever and like outsmarting them. But now they have technology that kind of like counters your intelligence, your like tactics to that, you know? So what I'm gonna have to try and do here is like stay behind some cover as fast as possible and get to that evolve and get to stage 2. Now one thing, as you know, when it comes to my loadout as a Goliath, is I love flame breath, I love charge, and I love that ground pound slam thingamajig. Don't really like the rock throw. The rock throw is something that I generally don't go for because there's that thing of that you have to pick up the rock, you have to aim it, and that means that they're hurting you, and I don't need that right now. I need some more armor because I've just staged up. It's really good though that Turtle Rock gave the Goliath, the monsters, armor when they evolve. Now it's not just starting at the bottom and then getting hurt. You do get a little bit of a starter in case they do dome you during the evolve. But now it's all about trying to take them down. Can I do this? This is the main objective. I have got to stage 2. I've got to my perfect level. This is where I can fight back. And so I'm going to try and work on those medics. Going to have to work on that support as well, because remember, we are playing against a Hank who did just put an artillery on my face, which is not very nice. But remember, try and get out of that as fast as possible. Hank's gonna try his best to look after himself, but no, you are done, sir. Now remember that once you've taken down a hunter, everyone on the hunting team goes into panic mode. It's all about getting their teammates up. They start to not do damage. Assault has given up trying to hurt me just to try and pick up that support. Very bad idea. If you are playing as Assault and you actually have other teammates that can help the other teammates out as well, make sure that you are still doing consistent damage, because look, I still had armor on me. You didn't try and take my armor, you silly nugget. But now it's all about finishing them off once and for all. Get that Assault out of the way so they can't do consistent damage to me. We still have a Slim in the way, which is really, really annoying, because remember, he can do an AoE heal every single time that he shoots you in the face. It builds up his healing burst, and it gets really, really annoying. But if we can focus on these team, get them out of there as soon as possible. Remember as well that the medic does also have a bug that the Slim can throw out, and it will actually heal, revive people from a very long distance. So he needs to be taken out of there as fast as possible too. Down for the count, buddy. He has been squished like the bug that he is. And now finally the final hunter. Woo! That was a close one, don't you think? Got to stage 2, took them down once and for all, going for a little bit of a teabag there too. I mean, it's my first match as a Meteor Goliath, might as well rub it in a little bit. But everybody, comment section below, let me know your opinion on the brand new Evolve that has gone free to play. Would love to know. Tell me about your favorite characters, your favorite creatures. Love to know all that stuff. It's been me, Josh, aka Noir Proxy, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao for now.